Hi, I'm here today with Neil Grimes, who has an excellent and very interesting business called Heal with Neil Natural Animal People Healing. Now, you've got animals first in that sentence. Is it mostly animals?
It is mainly animals, yeah. People quite skeptical. So it started off with animals, but I've done a few people as well. And I think as it goes on, I've got some people testimonials there. And I can see with the way things are going with people, including children, with anxiety and mental health issues, I can see I'm going to get busy with people, a lot more busy with people. And don't forget,
Uh,
animals are affected by people. So the animals get anxiety, and it's not always the animals that need healing.
And can you do two once? Like, can do? Would you?
I've never done it, but I know I never say I can't do anything. Nothing's impossible. Never limit the mind. That's why I'm here today, because I never limit the mind.
Yeah, that's good. Tell me about how this works. You classify yourself as a natural healer. So what does that mean for our listeners?
I mean, there's Reiki out there. It's basically probably all the same. It works on vibration. I don't. I'm spiritual, but I'm not that advanced. I'm at the beginning of my journey. But it's to do with vibration, intention. I believe telepathy is involved, because telepathy has to be involved, because I quiet my mind and I get the animals or people to do what I want them to do, and they genuinely do it. And the people give me the feedback. I don't tell them what I'm going to do. I just let them tell me, and it just blows my mind what happens.
And a lot of your results would happen fairly quickly.
Well,
You
within 24 hours, generally something happens, whether it's small or big, and people like are very, very surprised. Yeah.
so give me some examples. If you take the animal side, then give me some examples of results that you've had really quickly. Then for some
Um,
people's pets.
for instance, there was a dog with anxiety. A lot of animals have got anxiety, and the lady said to me, "He won't go out for walks. Show him the lead and they run away." I've had this a few times. So what I want to do, I want the dog to relax on the sofa. And in COVID, people were at home. So then the husband started going to work and the wife was left at home. And there's one instance where I wanted the dog to relax and chill out on the sofa. And I done some work, and then the dog went out and it wasn't a problem with other dogs. And there was one this week, actually. It was a puppy. I don't know all the dogs either, because I've not studied all the dogs, the makes of different dogs. I sent healing to this dog that was attacked. It was a puppy. And the lady said it was attacked in a playpen. When people do
Yeah,
dog
yeah.
this and they put them in pens? She said it hasn't been out in 12 days and it had stitches, and then the vet, he won't let the vet take the stitches out. Anyway, the dog wouldn't let the lead be put on. And I only done one session on the dog, and the dog is going out. So within 24 hours, the dog's very, very relaxed. She's offered the lead. They've gone out, and I focused on the dog thinking he was a Great Dane. And this is a little puppy we're talking about. And I gave him full of confidence, and he's out there and he's mixing with other dogs. And it just blows your mind. So that testimony is not on the website yet, but there are many on there. Um,
That, that's good. And there was another one, I think I saw an example on your website where a dog problems walking and vet was going to put it down or something. Was there
a
some
guinea, a
example there?
guinea pig. A guinea pig fell off a table, and the vet said that he'd put it down within 4 or 5 days. I think within 48 hours, it was running around like nothing. There was
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it. But I've had experience of animals, and everything's connected. Birds, everything. My brother Nigel, there's a testimony about his dog Jazz, and this was 3 or 4 years ago. And he asked me to give it healing, but this dog was so advanced with cancer, and I'd never even laid next to a dog before. And I put my hands near him, on him, and I was laying on the decking actually, and all the birds come into the garden. Birds don't come into a garden with a lot of dogs because they get chased away. I knew this dog was going to pass over. I didn't know how advanced his cancer was. I don't think my brother even told me. But he hadn't eaten or drank for a week. And I was talking to him in my mind. I want you to listen to me, have a bowl of water. I want to see if he was listening to me. On the way home, I got a phone call from my niece, and she said, Uncle Neil has drunk a bowl of water. And it just blows me away what happens. This dog hadn't eaten or drunk in a week. He died in my brother's arms that night. But I felt so privileged. I've never laid with a dog before. I felt so privileged to be able to make him feel, because when they're passing over like humans, they can be scared. And I just felt so privileged to have known him for a little. I didn't really see him that much. Every 3 months I go around my brother's house, but I wasn't even like overly mad about animals, you know. Yeah, it blows me away with what happens. There's many experiences.
Now, Neil, although you've got that example there where you've sort of been hands-on with your brother's dog there, most of your healing is done using photographs of the person or the animal. People will send you these photographs from up and down the UK or anywhere in the world. Really.
Anywhere in the world,
all energy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cosmic waves, energy, a thought. Like a thought is a cosmic wave. That's all it is. And telepathy exists, but people don't believe it exists because we haven't been taught right, and the world's changing at the moment, and we're all going to realize how special we really are and what we can really do. And people are their minds are going to be really open. That's the great awakening that's coming, and it's so exciting.
Yeah. And a lot of membership are very, very open-minded, and they like the idea of this, and they love their pets, and they've got their own anxieties and issues to deal with as well. So on the people front, then, I know you're fairly new into that side, but obviously you see yourself as a fairly gifted natural healer.
And it's given me confidence, and feedback is so important for me, because even though I believed what was happening because people were telling me, it's amazing. It's amazing how negative people can affect you, even though you help people and it works by their feedback. It can hit your confidence. But now I really believe in myself, and I'm just very thankful. Yeah.
How would it typically work then? And I'm going to call up the website now and we'll just have a quick chat about it. So the website is healwithneil.com. Okay. So I'm a natural healer, and I connect telepathically via distant healing for cats, dogs, horses, in fact, any animal, and humans too, catering for illness, injuries, behavioural disorders, anxiety, depression. Worth a try for people. And this video is about people being able to see what it is you can do and hear and connect with you and say, well, I like what this guy can do for me. Tell me a bit about how your services are broken down here, because this is a nice page on your site and it's got some nice sort of live animals there.
Yeah, so I'm not about money. I'm about healing, and I have to pay bills like everybody. And service one, I think the last time I looked, I think it's £40. But the more let's say your animals, some people just choose service one and they're happy and they don't come back. Some people see progress and they want more. So I never say to them, click the 6 session service for £100. Sometimes I suggest, why not have one service? I'm not about money. I'm about opening people's minds, and I enjoy what I do.
Okay, so service 2 then is a sort of a package of sessions, is that right?
Yeah, 2, yeah.
So service 2 is 3 distant healing sessions from as little as £100.
Yeah. So we know the vets are very good, and some of them are about money, a lot of them are not. But things like anxiety and that, they might give the dog Prozac and tablets. Animals shouldn't be on this thing. I find I help very well with anxiety, and I love doing that, and they respond very well. And people, for not a lot of money, if they want one session for £40 compared to hundreds of pounds. Now, obviously, if the animal needs something doing, they've got to go to the vets, and they should really tell the vets that the animal's receiving healing as well. Some people will, some people won't. Some people can't afford to go to the vets. And I'm not going to say no to healing when all I want to do is help animals.
And it's compared to vet bills, if it works, you think they'll notice a difference in 24 to 48 hours in most cases?
They do. The only problem I have is, and I'm not saying I can't help them, because people tend not to see something in one session. They might be people who don't really believe in it. And if you've got a rescue animal, their minds are so messed up because of whatever they've been through, all the experience they've had. Maybe they've been beaten, maybe they've not been fed. They're very, very difficult, but I never say no. And people need to be patient. They can't expect miracles in one session. But I'm easygoing. I'm on the phone. People can talk to me. I'm very honest. And people tend to trust what they see. Yeah, they don't look. So they're trusting me, which is just amazing. But then I believe in you above
Well, that's yeah. And explain intention in this role. Then, how would you?
Well, intention is like if someone's not well and they think they won't get better, well, they're not really giving the attention that they're going to get better. There might be better explanations, but intention is you see yourself doing something, you've got more chance of accomplishing it rather than being negative, because it's not going to happen. Intention is powerful. They're thought waves. The universe is made of energy, good and bad. You cannot destroy it. It's like we have magnetic fields, and the heart is the biggest one. And it's been measured by scientists that you can see love coming from the heart, and if the partner's angry with the partner, it retracts. This has all been proven. It's not rubbish stuff. It's just going to take people a while. And I think this is the Great Awakening, where people are going to wake up and realize that we can all do things if we believe them at this time to be around, because we're going to see just people change. People
so. This is a good thing. People need this service for themselves or their dogs. You can do it remotely. They can plug in. They're not going to spend fortunes to learn it, and if they believe in it and they have the intention that they believe in it and they trust you and they can see you in this video and they can talk to you, pick up the phone and see if they gel with you and resonate with you, and then if they believe it's going to work, they're halfway there.
Let's put it this way, Steve. Let's say someone phoned up who was very skeptical and they spend £40 on a session and it doesn't work. They haven't spent £400, and I'm sure their injections are much, much more, right, from the vets. I don't know, because I don't know the vets. For trying it, I don't think it's a big deal. I've had an old man come to me, saw my van in the shopping centre, about 80-something, and I've only given his dog 2 sessions with cataracts. Now, he hasn't gone to the vets and seen if they've improved. So I said, I'll give him another session. And I've actually done this for free. So the odd time I do it for free. But it all depends, because some people don't want to pay as well. So I have that. And this is all he's got, this dog. This is all he has. He lost his wife. And he said to me, if I lose this dog, now cataracts, I believe, over time they get worse. So I'm going to give the dog another session, but I've left time in between. And I would just love it to help him, because this man hasn't got any money. He said to me, £300 or £600, I think it is, to see about the cataracts, and then £6,000 to remove them. £6,000 is a lot of money. I haven't got £6,000, and that man hasn't. He's old. He's about 80-something, and I just want to help people, and I hope I can help his dog.
You can't help everyone, but you can try, and that's the thing. If you try and they believe it and it all worked and the magic's in the air,
Steve,
why not?
A point we'll make, and I forgot to mention, is if a person or an animal, because we're all spirits, we're all spiritual, if they're meant to pass over and they've had their journey in this life, in this world, there's nothing I can do, or anyone, if that's the people believe in God and that, if that's it has to pass over, there's nothing I can do, but I can help them transition, because people and animals not all of them, but some of them are frightened. And if you can give them a peaceful passing over, I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, I think so. And people love the pets, and
Yeah,
I can see why the service is popular. Well, listen, you are doing some great work, my friend. So thank you very much for today. I do hope you get lots of business, and you just keep trying hard to get that message out there, and keep trying, giving your all to these sessions that you do. And I'm sure we'll get you some great new customers.
I've not even advertised, but people seem to look for an animal healer and they seem to find me.
We hope more people find you. Thank you for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much.